What's up everyone, BICKAGE here back with another reaction video. We're keeping it busy this week. I'm going to try and be recording a few videos a week and going to upload maybe 3, 4, 5 videos every week for you. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content so far. If this is your first time watching a video, or if you check down at the subscribe button and it's not ticked, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content. Make sure to leave a comment. Let's get some engagement going on the channel and we can get chatting. So I think we're going to have a look now in this video at the second track from Lunatic's album. Again, rest in peace Lunatic, one of the pioneers of hip-hop in Ireland. If you haven't seen my last video where I reacted to Patience featuring Damien Dempsey and For Real, take a look at that video and went into kind of depth on how Lunatic has influenced a lot of rappers in Dublin, Ireland, and all over the place. So yeah, let's get right into this one. This one is called Celtic Funk featuring RiRa. I think we're gonna do this whole album. I think you have to do it justice that way. You'll know what I'm talking about when you hear the album. It's just raw, unreal stuff, So let's get into this. As far as I remember, now I have heard all of this album, just to kind of let you know, but we're gonna kind of break down a few of the lines in it. And yeah, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's get right into it. Listen to that beat. Listen to just the way it pops in there. Shout out to RiRa, 25 o'clock in the morning.
Where you stepping out with the shadow, ready to for an arrow. Give you the shallow flow that runs into the battle and helps me tackle and battle before you rattle and shake, rattle and roll. As I walk down Raglan Road, now hold on for.
So this is one of Lunatic's songs where he's kind of just spazzing out. You know what I mean? He's just going a bit mad lyrically, and a nice bit of wordplay in there. He has the kind of heavy. It's a lot heavier on the rhyme schemes than it is in a lot of his other songs. So let's just go back there and hear that, so you can hear the kind of
to the battle and helps me tackle and battle. Where you stepping out with the shadow, ready to for an arrow. Give you the shallow.
So you have stepping out with the shadow, ready to fire an arrow. So he has shadow, arrow, battle, Raglan, starting off Raglan Road. So it's a lot more dense in this track, the rhymes, and just a nice bit of wordplay here. Let's get on.
The flow that runs into the battle and helps me tackle and battle before you rattle and shake, rattle and roll. As I walk down Raglan Road, now hold on for a second, I reckon from where I'm standing. Look at transsexual, we see who's the man, then give you what you demand.
So like a transsexual, but see who's the man then. So it could be we'll see who's the man then. I'm sure you get that. I always interpreted that line as well as it could be a kind of play on words, because it sounds like see who's demanding, because he's talking about how he's kind of coming out in the scene, he's firing his arrow. So once you hear his music, we'll see who's demanding, he's going to be the one in demand. So I'm not sure if that was intentional by him, but that's just what I got from it.
When I hit you with more, won't be happy till I'm the one that you love and adore. Rain pours, metaphors are serious, never bless. Rather make you see red like period stress, past tales of glory, every rhyme.
So rather make you see red like period stress, and he had the kind of the syllable scheme there where he had
make you see red.
Delirious mess, I think. Delirious.
The man when I hit you with more, won't be happy till I'm the one that you love and adore. Rain pours, metaphors are serious, never bless.
So you had serious, never bless. So I know never is in the middle, but he still has the serious, bless, and then rhyming with kind of period mess there. So I'm liking the rhyme schemes here.
That'll make you see red like period stress, past tales of glory. Every rhyme tells its own story. You couldn't fuck with it if it was an orgy. This is natural fact, and the natural chap that you listen to doesn't hold you back, instead influence what you've written to. And if you're bitten it, then there's no victory. An underground banger, you're under the ground literally.
Let's go back. I'm not even going to break down those bars.
As tales of glory, every rhyme tells its own story. You couldn't fuck with it if it was an orgy. This is natural fact, and the natural chap that you listen to doesn't hold you back, instead influence what you've written to. And if you're bitten it, then there's no victory. An underground banger, you're under the ground literally.
So you can see there,
Orgy, this is natural fact, and
you couldn't fuck with it if it was an orgy. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But nice bit of wordplay there again. Something that should be pretty easy to fuck with. So
the natural chap that you listen to doesn't hold you back, instead influence what you've written to. And if you're bitten,
so he's saying the natural chat that you've listened to, so the music that you've already listened to, that the only thing that does is actually influence you. But he's saying, you know, if you've bitten it, you're gonna be 6 feet under. You know, so
then there's no victory. An underground banger, you're under the ground literally.
Yeah, so you know, he's saying here, there's people coming out with these underground bangers, and it's actually just a lot of bitten bars, you know, bars that other people have wrote, songs that other people have wrote before. So he's saying, you know, you might as well be dead if you're gonna be biting bars. So yeah, really nice verse there. I think RiRa is coming in next, if I'm not mistaken. But nice clean verse there from Lunitic, lovely rhymes, nice wordplay as well, and sticking with content as well. You know, he's not just kind of rapping to rap. There's still the content there. So let's get into it.
On the ground, on the ground, on the ground sound, make the world go round. On the ground sound, on the ground sound.
I love simple hooks like this, like just a simple kind of hook. There's not many words in it. It's just a scratch and the kind of sample of underground sound. So I like simple things like that. You know, you don't need to focus too much on the chorus or the hook. It just lets you focus on the lyrics. And a song like this, with this kind of lyrics, this flow, this type of beat, that's what you want. You know, you don't want to be listening to a catchy chorus, you know, so it's perfect.
Make the world go round.
We cut through like surgeons, more blood and whirlwinds, get wrecked on bourbon, intellect is urban, respect.
So yeah, RiRa is a six better. Like, he come in here, he said we get more blow than whirlwinds. Now obviously with the rhyme scheme that he has here, his accent helps out a lot, you know, so he says whirlwinds, so because it rhymes with like bourbon and stuff. So
make the world go round.
We cut through like surgeons, more blood and whirlwinds, get wrecked on bourbon.
He said we cut through like surgeons, more blow than whirlwinds. And then he said what did he say, we get wrecked on bourbon.
Intellect is urban, respect is served.
So we had there the kind of long rhyme scheme, the get wrecked on bourbon. Intellect is, I forgot the last word there, but he has
intellect is urban.
Intellect is urban. So that's a hard line there as well. You know, coming straight in off the bat, kind of 4 lines in a row. Every single line has a bit of wordplay in it, kind of similes, lovely stuff.
Respect is certain, Mr. Soprano, spreading the music like extra keys on the piano. Can you handle that? We'll be banging that like a battery. Rambling like an alley cat looking for rat skins, rap sins, backspins, and all of those rap kings. Rip it till the mic is fucking rattling, pack it in. We stay calm in the heart of drama. Got you running with your shovel digging tunnels like Osama. Go on with your
Got you running with your shovel digging tunnels like Osama. So he had the Osama rhyme from the kind of last bar, but then he has the internal rhyme as well of the, you know, got you running with your shovel digging tunnels like Osama. So yeah, tight stuff.
RiRa, cackling caca, more shame than shagging in the back of a ladder. I'm on one, the Don one.
I'll be honest, there's some lines that I just have no idea what's going on, like the, you know, la da 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 da. So I'm not sure if that's some slang down the country or
caca, more shame than shagging in the back. Shovel digging tunnels like Osama. One with your RiRa, cackling caca, more shame than shagging in the back of a ladder. I'm on one, the Don.
He said cackling caca. So I'm guessing like cackling caca, like, you know, talking shit. So that's actually a nice way of saying talking shit. That's I haven't heard that before. But I didn't get the last part, something about a lad.
On one, you're done gone. What the bam bam is boots on and hood songs. Improve me movements daily. I've been scary since Thursday fairly early. Well, fuck that platinum stat is. Don't care where rap is, so know what the crack is. The fact is, it's fiction. Hidden dipsters live it in.
Fact is, it's fiction. That's a nice line. You know, simple kind of play on words, but it's true. You know, he was saying, I don't care about a platinum status. fact is, it's fiction.
In a cinema without a bigger picture. You idiot, rap reject is its fiction. Hidden tipsters living in a cinema without a bigger picture. You idiot.
So he's saying, you know, I think he said hipsters living in a cinema without a bigger picture.
Hidden tipsters living in a cinema without a...
Hidden dipsters, I think he said. But living in the important line for me there is living in a cinema without a bigger picture. So that's an unreal line. You know, it's just, you know, we do live in our own little kind of worlds, our own little fictional kind of things that we have in our head, and we don't see the bigger picture a lot of times. So and that's kind of in relation to music. He's talking about, just to follow on from his thing about, I don't care about a platinum status. So he's saying, you know, he sees the bigger picture here, and I think RiRa has stayed consistent throughout the years. He's not someone that's went for, you know, trying to blow up, going viral with, you know, kind of making silly songs. He's kind of stuck to his roots the whole time, kept it real, and yeah, I like that line.
A bigger picture. You idiot, rap reject, your shice to eject, my shice to business, my mic gets hotter than a fucking furnace.
So I love on the rhymes here. What did he say? He said you ejet, which is it's like just Irish slang for like you thick. No, that's Irish slang as well actually. Just it's just stupid. Do you know what I mean? You stupid ejet like. So let's see. He said you're an ejet and a reject, and he said something else here. He said my shite's the something. Your shite's the something, my shite's the bee's knees.
The bigger picture. You idiot, rap reject, your shite's to eject, my shite's to...
So he said, you're a rap reject, your shit's, so just to translate, your shit is to eject, my shit's the bee's knees. So that accent can obviously make that rhyme. So yeah, your music is getting ejected, no one's listening to it, and his shit is the bee's knees, you know, so everyone is listening to it. I like that.
Bee's knees, my mic gets hotter than a fucking furnace. Feel the fire of the Irish burning.
I pull through.
What do you say? My mic gets hotter than a furnace. Feel the fire of the Irish burning. So, you know, 3 kind of words around there, around the heat. And just that it's a nice kind of metaphor. So, looks like Lunatic's popping back in here. Let's go back.
Irish burning.
I pull through simulators of ups and downs like elevators. Snap at alligators, terrorist things are motivators. Would that bait us ringing sabers, saving demonstrators.
So he said up and down like elevators, snapping like alligators.
Hanging off buildings just to make it of ups and downs like elevators. Snap at alligators, terrorist things are motivators. Would that bait us ringing sabers, saving demonstrators. Hanging off buildings just to make it in the papers. Release a ruckus, our raiders, the faders are funny broke.
Hanging off buildings just to get in the papers.
Irish hip-hop, the new breed of folk. No jokes, no tokes, just clear-headed vision, wisdom, precision. Head-on collision with all that failed to listen. The mission is ever living, never dying. Long as I'm trying the impossible, like turning water to wine. Like Ali regaining his prime, losing the bout, move.
The impossible, like turning water to wine. So he's comparing himself to kind of Jesus. You know what I mean? To Jesus.
Dying long as I'm trying the impossible, like turning water to wine. Like Ali regaining his prime.
I don't know who that is, to be fair. I'm not going to pretend I caught that bar. Like Ali Regain in his prime. So I'm guessing he's a footballer or someone got to do with sports. But oh, maybe he meant Ali, like Muhammad Ali, like Ali Regain in his prime. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But yeah. So I think I imagine I get what he's talking about there, but just didn't catch the name.
Using the bout, moving about, like using one hand and knocking them out. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I think he is talking about
like turning water to wine, like Ali regaining his prime. Losing the bout, like turning water to wine, like Ali regaining his prime.
Like Ali regaining his prime. So like Ali coming back into his prime, and then he said something. He has the wordplay about getting knocked out. You know, what he said something about a bout. That's what it's about. You know, a bout is a fight. And he said getting knocked out.
Losing the bout, moving about, like using one hand and knocking them out. Maybe you figured it now, or maybe you haven't. Born rapping, hate the guards and the use of the baton. Whatever you're lacking, we got. You think not?
Hate the guards and the use of their baton. So the baton, or whatever you call it, a baton, if you're French, probably. So yeah, talking about kind of police brutality, and that's something that's, you know, it's always going to be in the news. It's something that I suppose came up a lot last year with, you know, George Floyd and some other people as well. So yeah, that's always a hot topic there in music. So brought that up as well.
But Lunatic and RiRa can't be stopped at the top. What?
Yes.
You lunatic.
You lunatic. Love it. Absolutely love it. We'll save that for the next video. But yeah, look, I'm not gonna spend too much longer. I know we're 15 minutes in already. I think that's a brilliant track from both guys. Nice bit of wordplay in it. You know, it kind of just rhymes, top of the pops. Similes, metaphors, it's all there in that track. You know, the nice flow as well. Nice fast flow, which you don't hear too often in kind of Irish rap, especially from this time. You know, most people would be keeping it pretty slow. So yeah, both guys. If I had to pick, I think I'd find it too hard to pick who kind of won out. I don't usually compare on a track unless it's, you know, pretty obvious, but I'd say both of them really held their own on this track. You know, there's two different styles there completely. So kind of for funky rhymes, I'd go with RiRa, but then for the flow and for the lyrics in general, I'd probably go with Lunitic on this one. But yeah, unbelievable stuff from both of them. I actually have to check out what RiRa has been doing in the last while to see if he's still making music. Not too sure, to be honest. But yeah, look, I think we'll leave it at that for this video. If I'm gonna be doing the rest of this album, so you don't need to kind of. Oh, if you have a favorite song off this album, let me know in the comments. Just out of curiosity, we'll see kind of how many fans we have listening to this that are fans of Lunatic as well. I think this is. I'll give the album another look before a full kind of listen again before I pick my favourite from it, because I have a few songs in my head that are kind of favourites, but I'm going to have a clean listen. I've never broken the songs down like this before, so I'll see at the end what's the kind of favourite song of mine on the album. There's a lot of good songs on it though. So yeah, look, I think we'll leave it at that for now. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, if any suggestions, leave it in the comments on YouTube. Give me a follow on Instagram, and as well as that, go check out this album. It's free on Bandcamp, free download. So what more can you ask for? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll catch us on the next one. Peace.